The Met Gala 2026 has officially taken over the fashion world, and this year, the red carpet wasn't just about style, it was about art. With the theme costume art and the dress code fashion is art, celebrities didn't just show up dressed to impress. They arrived as living, breathing masterpieces. From sculptural silhouettes to hand-painted gowns and even dresses made from film reels, this year pushed creativity to a whole new level. Some stars played it safe, but others? They completely redefined what red carpet fashion can be. So in this video, we're breaking down the 20 best-dressed celebrities at the 2026 Met Gala. Kendall Jenner. For this year's costume art theme, Kendall Jenner completely shifted the energy on the red carpet with a look that turned a wardrobe basic into a high-fashion miracle. She wore a custom white draped gown by Gap Studio by Zac Posen, which was essentially a brilliant reimagining of a classic white Gap t-shirt. Posen took that simple concept and transformed it into a sculptural masterpiece, inspired by the iconic Hellenistic Greek statue, Winged Victory of Samothrace. The gown was meticulously constructed to mimic carved Parian marble, with the fabric pulled, draped, and knotted at the hip to create a silhouette that looked both fluid and frozen in time. To achieve that signature wet drapery effect, the design team used a sophisticated blend of lightweight cotton viscose, layered with tea-dyed liquid jersey, satin-faced chiffon, and organza. This floor-length gown featured dramatic asymmetric gathering and ruching that wrapped around the body from a single shoulder strap, eventually flowing into a modest, elegant train. Perhaps the most talked-about detail was the flesh-colored nipple-bearing bra styled underneath the sheer elements of the dress. This was a deliberate nod to the anatomical art sub-theme of the evening, blending the boundaries between the human form and classical sculpture. Margot Robbie. Returning to the red carpet for the first time since 2023, Margot Robbie looked like a living masterpiece in a custom golden Chanel gown that perfectly captured the costume art theme. Often described by onlookers as a golden statue, the brand ambassador opted for a strapless, long-draped dress made from radiant golden lame. This look was a far cry from her previous black archival Chanel appearance, leaning fully into the fashion is art dress code with a gilded, ethereal glow. The true artistry of the gown was revealed as she turned around, showcasing a breathtaking cascading train. This feature was decorated with a delicate gradient of flower petals and a signature golden flower that was intricately embellished with feathers. The level of craftsmanship involved was staggering. The Chanel atelier spent a total of 761 hours of labor to bring this vision to life, incorporating 1,080 hand-embroidered elements throughout the design. To complement the warmth of the gold, Margot wore high jewelry from Chanel's Golden Sillage collection, including earrings crafted from 18K white and yellow gold set with diamonds, yellow sapphires, and spessartite garnets. She rounded out the accessories with the lion emblematique and golden braid rings, while her beauty look featured a full face of Chanel makeup to ensure her complexion mirrored the luminous metallic energy of the ensemble. Georgina Rodriguez. Georgina Rodriguez brought a deeply personal and spiritual energy to the red carpet, wearing a custom teal and aqua green corseted gown designed by Ludovic de Saint-Cernin. Inspired by her devotion to the Virgin of Fatima, the ensemble featured the French fashion house's signature corset silhouette paired with a dramatic flowing train that swept across the steps. The gown itself was a masterclass in texture, crafted from light blue and teal fabrics and adorned with intricate hand-embroidered lace flowers and a long matching sheer mesh veil. The artistry of the look was found in the fine details. Ludovic de Saint-Cernin's signature eyelets and lacing were hand-painted to blend seamlessly into the pale blue tones, while the cups of the gown were constructed from delicate French blue lace. Hidden close to her heart were two Spanish phrases, hand-embroidered inside the dress: Donde ella está, el alma encuentra refugio, where she is, the soul finds refuge, and ay libranos del mal, amen, and deliver us from evil, amen. As a brand ambassador for Chopard, Georgina was dripping in high jewelry diamonds, most notably displaying her massive engagement ring from Cristiano Ronaldo. To further lean into the spiritual theme, she carried a custom rosary made of white gold, diamonds, and pearls, which was uniquely engraved with the names of her family members. Her beauty look remained polished and refined, featuring glossy waves with a clean center part and a radiant sculpted makeup finish with a soft smoky eye and a warm nude lip, ensuring the focus remained on the incredible storytelling of her attire. Camila Mendes. For this year's event, Camila Mendes made a striking appearance in a custom Manish Malhotra couture gown that served as a profound tribute to the introspective portraits of the legendary Indian painter Amrita Shergill. Aligning perfectly with the fashion is art dress code, the ensemble was meticulously designed to evoke the quiet intensity and presence characteristic of Shergill's famous subjects. The gown featured a structured, corseted base that was hand-ruched in delicate French chiffon, gathering at the hip in a sculptural knot before flowing out into a fluid, elegant trail. The artistry of the look was further emphasized through its color and texture, rendered in a deep, mahogany hue that utilized a palette of Indian reds, browns, and ochres directly inspired by the artist's work. To truly bridge the gap between high fashion and fine art, the surface of the fabric was specially manipulated to mimic the distinct texture of dry brushstrokes on a canvas. To complete the look, Camila wore exquisite pieces from the Manish Malhotra high jewelry collection, featuring tourmalines and uncut diamonds set in 18K gold. The jewelry was carefully selected to complement the study of texture and tone within the gown, ensuring that every element of her appearance felt like a cohesive, wearable masterpiece. Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway made a grand entrance in a look that was widely interpreted as a moving work of art, blending high fashion with a powerful message of peace and harmony. Wearing a custom, hand-painted gown from the Michael Kors collection, she arrived at the event alongside the designer himself, and was later seen with her The Devil Wears Prada two co-stars Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci. The ensemble, designed in collaboration with artist Peter McGough, drew inspiration from ancient Greek pottery and John Keats's poem Ode on a Grecian Urn, perfectly embodying the fashion is art dress code. The gown was a black silk and wool mikado strapless ball gown, featuring a plunging canvas neckline and a high leg slit. The dress essentially served as a physical canvas for Peter McGough's intricate hand-painted motifs. A white dove was featured on the front, while a depiction of Irene, the Greek goddess of peace, adorned the back of the train. For accessories, Hathaway opted for a striking metallic gold choker from Boucheron, with additional reports noting she wore Bulgari diamonds to add further brilliance to the outfit. Her beauty look was carefully curated to let the gown take center stage, featuring a sleek, super-high ballerina bun. Her makeup focused on a dewy finish with soft, smoky eyes, defined eyebrows, a winged eyeliner touch, and a nude lipstick. Gabrielle Union-Wade. Gabrielle Union-Wade arrived in a shimmering brown Michael Kors gown that served as a masterclass in the night's Fashion is Art dress code. A collaborative effort between Union, designer Michael Kors, and her longtime stylist Thomas Christos Kikis, the look was meticulously crafted to align with the costume art exhibition. The sheer creation was heavily embellished with 170,000 crystals, turning the garment into a sparkling work of art. The level of craftsmanship required for such an intricate piece was immense. Union shared during her red carpet interview that the gown took 500 man-hours to complete, emphasizing the theme's focus on fashion as a disciplined and detailed art form. To add even more brilliance to the ensemble, she accessorized with a striking diamond necklace from Tiffany & Company. She was accompanied by her husband, Dwayne Wade, who coordinated in a sleek, all-black ensemble featuring a sheer shirt and a tuxedo-style vest, also accented with Tiffany & Company. Wade jokingly noted that his primary responsibility for the evening was to simply get out the way and ensure Gabrielle remained the undisputed star of the carpet. Sabrina Carpenter. As a member of the host committee, Sabrina Carpenter delivered a cinematic masterclass that was a literal and brilliant interpretation of the Fashion is Art dress code. Designed by Jonathan Anderson for Christian Dior, her custom gown was constructed almost entirely from strips of vintage camera film. In a deeply personal touch, the fabric featured actual film footage from the 1954 classic Sabrina, starring Audrey Hepburn, a movie Carpenter has often cited as one of her favorites. The design featured a figure-hugging silhouette with a sophisticated high neckline and a contrasting low back. A thigh-high leg slit added a modern edge, revealing a sheer, gem-studded skirt hidden underneath the celluloid layers. To ensure the gown shimmered under the flashbulbs, rhinestone accents were intricately adorned across the film strips, blending the world of motion pictures with high-fashion sparkle. Sabrina's accessories further leaned into a vintage aesthetic, highlighted by a roaring 20s-style bejeweled headpiece that featured her name nestled between crystal jewels. She complemented the look with chopard diamond earrings and rings and stayed true to her signature height with black sky-high platform pumps by Christian Louboutin. Her beauty look completed the transformation into a silver screen star, featuring tight, doll-like old Hollywood curls, a rosy glam makeup look with a pink smoky eye and just bitten lips, and a black French manicure accented with gems to match the unique texture of her gown. Hailey Bieber. Hailey Bieber stunned on the red carpet in a custom Saint Laurent by Anthony Vaccarello ensemble that truly presented the body as a living sculpture. Perfectly embodying the costume art theme, the centerpiece of her look was a 24-karat gold hammered metal breastplate molded directly to her body. This bold piece was a high-fashion tribute to the legendary 1969 collaboration between Yves Saint Laurent and sculptor Claude Lalande. The molten gold bodice was strikingly contrasted with a flowing silk chiffon skirt and a matching draped cape in a vibrant Yves Klein blue. This specific cobalt hue served as a deliberate homage to the iconic artistic references of the fashion house. To ensure the gilded bodice remained the focal point, Hailey kept her accessories simple. For her beauty look, she stayed true to her signature understated glam, featuring a sleek center-parted bun and dewy skin achieved with her own Rhode products. This appearance marked a major shift from her previous monochromatic styles, reflecting her goal to experiment more with color, texture, and silhouette. Though she attended the event solo, she shared that Justin Bieber was at home with their son, Jack. Lauren Sanchez Bezos. Lauren Sanchez Bezos arrived in a custom midnight blue Schiaparelli corset gown that was a direct tribute to John Singer Sargent's famous Madame X painting. Aligning with the costume art exhibition theme, the ensemble mirrored the once scandalous elements of the original artwork, featuring an off-the-shoulder plunging sweetheart neckline and a structured mermaid silhouette. In a clever nod to the painting's history, one of her jeweled, pearl-adorned straps was styled to fall delicately off her shoulder. The gown itself was a masterpiece of construction, crafted from deep navy satin and featuring a dramatic corseted back with intricate ties. To elevate the look, Lauren accessorized with high-value pieces from Lorraine Schwartz, including 60-carat diamond and pearl drop earrings and a massive 35-carat single-stone Marquise Golconda diamond ring. Her beauty look stayed true to her signature style with a side-parted bombshell blowout, a classic smoky eye, and glossy nude lips. Lauren chose to walk the red carpet solo. Perhaps most interestingly, she shared on social media that her unique preparation included an intense workout wearing heavy firefighter gear through a smoke-filled obstacle course. Joey King. For her second appearance on the iconic Met steps, Joey King returned as a brand ambassador in a striking custom creation by Miu Miu. Embracing the fashion as art dress code, her look leaned into the ethereal naked dressing trend with a shimmering sheer gown that possessed a mesmerizing iridescent sheen. The bodice and straps were heavily adorned with silver wavy crystal patterns, turning the garment into a sparkling work of wearable art. The gown featured several unique artistic details, most notably the distinctive flame-shaped crystals that traveled down the skirt before transitioning into a delicate pink train. To complement the high-shine ensemble, she accessorized with Scythian vintage jewelry, adding a touch of timeless elegance to the modern silhouette. Joey's beauty look was just as impactful as her outfit. Her hair was styled in soft, fluffy blonde curls that enhanced the dreamlike aesthetic of the night. Her makeup focused on a gorgeous glam finish, specifically featuring a heavy highlighted blush that became a talking point among fashion critics for its bold and artistic execution. Lindsey Vonn. Olympian Lindsey Vonn made a triumphant red carpet return in a custom Thom Browne gown that transformed her into a living statue. This appearance was particularly significant as it marked her first public event without crutches, since suffering a devastating crash at the Winter Olympics in February. Inspired by the museum's collection of ancient Roman and Grecian marble statues, the body-hugging, one-shoulder mermaid gown was a masterpiece of artisanship, requiring over 4,000 hours to create. The gown featured a remarkable trompe-l'oeil effect, using a semi-sheer off-white fabric designed to mimic the swirling textures of limestone and marble. It was meticulously adorned with over 500,000 glass-cut and bugle beads in shades of white, gray, silver, and clear crystal. The design included unique details like thumb holes in the sleeves and a striking gray tulle-tiered mermaid skirt that added drama to the silhouette. Her look was completed with Sydney Garber jewelry, featuring statement diamond earrings and a chunky gold ring. For her beauty look, her hair was styled in soft, smooth waves with blonde extensions, while her makeup focused on a smoky gray eye to perfectly complement the marbled tones of her ensemble. Cara Delevingne. Cara Delevingne served as one of the official livestream hosts and wore a custom Ralph Lauren gown that perfectly balanced classic elegance with daring, naked dressing. Her look was a direct interpretation of the evening's theme, costume art, and the dress code, fashion is art. From the front, the gown presented a sophisticated jet black little black dress, LBD silhouette, featuring a mock turtleneck and a svelte sleeveless cut. The true artistry, however, was revealed in the dramatic surprise back, which was constructed from completely sheer illusion mesh. Over 10,000 hand-embroidered crystals decorated the gown, highlighted by an intricate peacock motif in black beading that began at her right shoulder and snaked down her back and legs. The dress concluded with a whimsical, transparent trailing skirt that pooled into a pond-like circle at her feet. To complement the dark glamour of the ensemble, Cara opted for a wet-look hairstyle with slicked finger waves pulled back into a low, knotted bun. Her makeup featured a classic black winged eyeliner and a chic, blurred lip. Sharing the Vogue livestream hosting duties alongside stars like Ashley Graham and Emma Chamberlain, Cara proved that she is just as skilled at narrating the fashion world as she is at leading it. Sui Wonders. Making her high-profile debut as a member of the host committee, Sui Wonders arrived in a custom Alexander McQueen ensemble. Her look was a thoughtful tribute to ancient Roman aesthetics, drawing direct inspiration from the intricate wall reliefs and paintings she had observed during a recent trip to Pompeii. The sleeveless, sheer lilac gown featured a sophisticated high-neck design with satin panels and was layered over a Wolford bodysuit for a seamless finish. The most dramatic element of the dress was an oversized, massive bow that dangled elegantly over her right shoulder, serving as the garment's artistic focal point. To complement the lavender hue of the gown, Chase was draped in over 32 carats of diamonds provided by Tiffany & Company. Her jewelry included striking Jean Schlumberger, sea-fan earrings in platinum, along with an array of bird-on-a-rock wings rings, 16-stone rings, and matching diamond cuff bracelets. She completed the ensemble with a pair of Aminamwadi shoes. Styled by Thomas Carter Phillips, her beauty look was intentionally low and languid, to provide a soft balance to the high-wattage jewelry. She moved away from heavy glam, opting instead for a natural makeup palette and a slicked-back side-part bun. The hairstyle featured a unique detail of two shiny, separated pieces of hair swept across her forehead, rounding out a look that perfectly blended historical art with modern high fashion. Venus Williams. Venus Williams took the spotlight as an official co-chair, wearing a custom Swarovski onyx mermaid gown that served as a profound tribute to her legendary career. Styled by Ron Burton, the look was directly inspired by artist Robert Pruitt's 2022 painting, Venus Williams' Double Portrait, effectively turning her presence into a living work of art. The gown, created by Swarovski's creative director Giovanna Engelbert, featured a sparkling black crystal mesh design and a form-fitting silhouette that perfectly aligned with the fashion is art dress code. A standout feature was a structured, diamond-encrusted neck piece that covered her chest with elaborate artwork and featured draped diamond chains across her arms. Her accessories furthered the storytelling. She wore a silver and diamond statement necklace that was a recreation of the Wimbledon plate seen in her portrait, and custom earrings highlighting a powerful statistic. Her beauty look was just as intentional, with her hair styled by Jawara into a sophisticated braided updo accented with shiny gems for added razzle-dazzle. To finish the look, makeup artist Karina Milan and nail artist Gina Edwards curated a polished aesthetic that ensured the focus remained on the intricate, meaningful details of her attire. Jennie. Jennie arrived for her fourth consecutive year at the event in a custom Chanel column dress. Perfectly capturing the fashion is art dress code, the ensemble featured a bustier entirely covered in 15,000 embroidered sequin leaves in various shades of blue. Jennie herself described the intricate look, which required 540 hours of labor to complete, as a mosaic artwork come alive. To complement the detailed craftsmanship of the gown, she wore Chanel high jewelry pieces crafted from gold and white diamonds. Her beauty look embraced a distinct 90s style, featuring razor-thin eyebrows and a twisted updo, accented with a small kiss curl. The rest of her makeup remained intentionally simple, utilizing soft, pale pink hues to ensure the focus remained on the artistic texture of her attire. Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt made a striking appearance in a look that centered on jewelry as a primary garment. Styled by Jessica Pastor, her ensemble was designed to interpret the theme by treating high-end accessories as wearable art. She wore a custom black corseted top paired with slacks from Ashi Studio, a minimalist structured base intended to let the intricate jewelry take center stage. The centerpiece of her look was a Mikimoto pearl body necklace, valued at approximately $500,000. The piece featured thousands of Akoya pearls, set in 18-karat white gold, and was encrusted with 45.97 carats of diamonds. Blunt further accessorized with Mikimoto's Bose Akoya pearl earrings, a Bose Akoya ring, and a pearl ring, which added an additional 45.04 carats of diamonds to her overall ensemble. For her beauty look, hairstylist Lainey Reeves created a sleek, wet look, 90s spiky bun. The style was inspired by a 1990s look, designed by Guido Palau for Kate Moss, and was kept tight and away from the face to avoid competing with the high neckline and heavy detailing of the pearl body necklace. The appearance coincided with the press cycle for the highly anticipated sequel, The Devil Wears Prada 2. Anok Yai. Anok Yai made a powerful statement in a sculptural couture look from the Ashi Studio Spring-Summer 2026 collection. Her appearance, widely praised as a living sculpture, adhered strictly to the fashion is art dress code by treating the body as a fine art form. The centerpiece was a petrol green, croc-embossed sculptural gown, featuring an inverted strapless neckline and a sharply defined cinched waist with amplified curves at the hips, creating a 3D architectural feel. The gown's matching pencil skirt transitioned into a structured, liquid armor-like train that fanned out behind her. To complete the ensemble, Yai paired the gown with matching pointy-toe, croc-textured heels and high jewelry from Marley. Her hairstyle was kept sleek and minimal to ensure the architectural shoulders and neckline of the dress remained the primary focus. Fans and critics described her out-of-this-world makeup as featuring a divine, ethereal finish that complemented the metallic sheen of the gown. This major fashion moment followed a significant year for Yai, who was recently honored as one of Time's 100 most influential people in the Visionaries category. Tyla. For her third consecutive appearance, Tyla arrived in a custom Valentino ensemble designed by Alessandro Michele. The look drew direct inspiration from a peacock, perfectly adhering to the fashion is art dress code and the costume art theme. Designer Alessandro Michele aimed to explore the relationship between the human form and fashion, utilizing the vibrant, shimmery aesthetic of the bird to treat the body as a literal canvas. The ensemble featured a sheer tulle bodice with long sleeves and a deep V neckline, heavily embellished with silver sequins, rhinestones, and fringes designed to mimic the texture of feathers. This was paired with a low-rise, floor-length skirt in satin bleu palm, peacock blue, which included a dramatic thigh-high slit and a waistline detailed with silver rhinestone embroidery. During red carpet interviews, Tyla jokingly referred to herself as a shiny peacock. In keeping with her signature aesthetic, she paired the vibrant gown with glowy, sultry makeup and hair. This appearance followed her previous high-profile moments at the event, including her role on the hosting committee and her viral Sands of Time sand dress from 2024. Nicole Kidman. As a co-chair, Nicole Kidman embraced the fashion is art dress code by wearing a custom deep red sequin Chanel gown that required 800 hours of craftsmanship. The look served as a high-fashion nod to her iconic Satine character from Moulin Rouge and was inspired by themes of vitality and love. Designed by Mathieu Blazy, the long-sleeve dress was entirely covered in shimmering sequins and featured voluminous red feather trim at the waist and cuffs. Kidman accessorized the dramatic gown with a show-stopping 224-carat archival Omega diamond timepiece and a standout lapis lazuli ring from Chanel. She completed the ensemble with coordinated oxblood heels. Her beauty look, designed by Gucci Westman, remained soft and subtle, with peach tones on her cheeks and lips to provide a balance to the bold red fabric. The evening also marked a significant hair transformation. After sporting a pixie cut the previous year, Kidman debuted extra-long strawberry blonde hair that flowed past her hips. Crafted by hairstylist Ader Abergel, the style featured wispy curtain bangs and a soft wave. Adding to the occasion, Nicole walked the red carpet with her 17-year-old daughter, Sunday Rose Kidman Urban, who made her debut in a pale pink Dior gown. EJAE. For her debut, EJAE of the K-pop group Demon Hunters arrived in a custom Swarovski gown that signaled the start of her silver era. Moving away from her signature gold aesthetic, she wore a high-gloss silver sculptural column gown that perfectly aligned with the fashion is art dress code. The mermaid-cut silhouette featured a sophisticated high collar and was heavily encrusted with large asymmetrical Swarovski crystals and intricate silver embroidery. The design was a profound tribute to historical artistry, drawing inspiration from both the classical sculpture of Venus and the female courtesans of the Joseon dynasty. To complement this theme, her hair was styled in a traditional Joseon-era braided updo, finished with diamante-encrusted embellishments and traditional Korean binyo hairpins. Her beauty look was crafted to contrast the brilliant silver of the gown, featuring bold blonde brows and a dark, sharp, smoky eye. The look was rounded out with high-shine glitter gloss on her lips and a dramatic manicure designed to make her fingertips appear as if they were dripping in liquid sparkles and crystals. Beyoncé. Returning as an event co-chair, Beyoncé made a triumphant return to the red carpet after a 10-year hiatus. Her look, designed by Olivier Rousteing, was a direct interpretation of the fashion is art dress code, featuring a sheer, body-conscious gown with a shimmery silver base. The dress was defined by an intricately detailed rhinestone skeletal applique that sculpted her silhouette like anatomical armor. She paired the ensemble with matching bone-adorned gloves and a dazzling diamond-encrusted headpiece. For added drama, she wore a gargantuan billowing feather coat that transitioned in an ombre effect from beige to dark gray. The train was so massive that it reportedly required 5 people to assist her up the steps. To complement the metallic dress, her high glam, beauty look featured hip-length, honey blonde hair styled in soft waves and curls. Her makeup included bright pink warm blush on the apples of her cheeks and a bright and shiny finish to match the silver gown. In a first for the event, Beyoncé was joined by her 14-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy Carter, who made her debut in a white strapless gown and a matching bomber-style jacket by Balenciaga. Jay-Z accompanied them in a classic black tuxedo by Louis Vuitton. This appearance marked Beyoncé's first time at the event since 2016. So who truly owned the Met Gala 2026 red carpet for you? Was it the sculptural brilliance of Kendall Jenner, the golden goddess moment from Margot Robbie, or the bold artistic statement by Hailey Bieber? This year proved that fashion isn't just about clothes. It's about storytelling, creativity, and pushing boundaries. If you love this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite look in the comments. Because if this is the future of fashion, we're just getting started.